Hey everyone, Gray Matters here, Editor-in-Chief, Lifted Spirits Cannabis Culture. I wanted to kind of talk with you a little bit today because one of the questions we've been getting from people is what is Lifted Spirits and why is it that we spend so much time talking about the legal industry? It's a really fair question to ask, and it's something that's a little difficult and really sensitive for us to talk about. Because if you ask us what we want to be, the answer is really simple. We want to be a cannabis company that attempts to disrupt the marketplace and change the way people think about cannabis, how they shop for it, and really just what they expect from a cannabis company. We would love to be a cannabis company that celebrates what cannabis is today, but also celebrate the culture that was synonymous with the time that we were growing up in the 90s and in the Midwest. We'd love to be a cannabis company that celebrates breeders who put their heart, souls, and often their freedom into the cultivars that we grow, rather than participating in some corporate rewrite of their history and just taking everything from them. But the unfortunate thing is that who we want to be is not who we can be in the moment. Just like in every state that has legalized cannabis in one form or another, Ohio's cannabis program was designed to keep all the licenses in the hand of wealthy private equity firms and multi-state operators. As a result, no new cultivation licenses have been approved since 2017, and if the way things are laid out right now, we're not going to be able to apply until 2026. Well, we understood how difficult it was to get licensed in Ohio. Just the sheer corruption and the greed of the legal cannabis industry was something that we just didn't really understand until we started really learning from everyone in the industry. Well, we've been certainly done dirty by the industry. It really is nothing compared to the people that have actually been in the industry or really just going through it right now. Whether it's legacy breeders having their work stolen from them and their names erased from history, cultivars being renamed and genetics being lost forever, small farmers and partners being priced out of the industry due to calculated oversupply and overtaxation, hourly employees being woefully underpaid, business partners that don't have money, that have growing history, are being pushed out by their own partners and friends. There's this hidden underbelly to the cannabis industry that people really just don't know about, but they really need to. Just like the knowledge of blood diamonds changing the purchasing behavior of consumers to conflict-free diamonds, we want to bring the light to the problems that are plaguing the legal cannabis industry in hopes of forcing the industry to change through similar means. In industries such as fine dining, craft beer, and bourbon, consumer knowledge has forced restaurants and distillers to explain where they source their ingredients from, the processes in which they're made, and it ushered in a whole push for locally sourced sustainable ingredients and inputs. The cannabis industry should be this way, but it isn't because the consumer doesn't have the same knowledge, and the people that are in the industry that should care about it, frankly, don't. But all this is going to change. While we may feel powerless at this moment in getting a license, we surely aren't powerless in making our voices heard, and the voices heard of every legacy breeder, seed maker, small farmer, and cannabis employee who has been taken advantage of by this industry. So that is the reason why we do what we do, because no one else is doing it. And everyone else just feels as though we shouldn't really even focus in on it. It's pointless, but it isn't. We feel as though this is the way to get the general person, the people that don't have access to somebody that grows amazing weed. This is their way of getting to finally try the weed that we grew up with and understand what good weed is and force people to make changes. It's not fair that so many people fought so hard to make this legal and to create a legal market, and the very people that did that were forced out by wealthy people who frankly have more money they can ever possibly spend, and they did it to make more money than they could ever possibly use, and they took it from people who didn't really have much of anything. It's not right, and it's not right to sit idly by and let them win. So this is our feeble attempt maybe to try to right this wrong, and that's what we're hoping to do, and that's what we're hoping that we can do this together. So I look forward to continuing to interact with you guys, and I look forward to trying to be part of the solution. Until then, stay lifted, my friends.